Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be right here. Go ahead, honey.
Didn't want it coming off.
All right, we got a hockey game today. It's a beautiful, kind of not really, Saturday in the Tri-Cities. I said it's beautiful just because there's a hockey game. It's been a couple of weeks since the team in white has played a game. It's the Tri-City Junior American 16U AA team back in action. After a couple of weeks off, they certainly were practicing over that time, but no competitive games were scheduled for a number of reasons. And the opponent today and all this weekend is the Idaho Junior Steelheads, one of the finer teams in the Pacific Northwest. This is the first of 6 games against this Steelhead team. 3 games this weekend, a game tonight at 7 o'clock Pacific time, and again tomorrow morning. And then after Thanksgiving, another weekend without games. The Junior Americans will travel to Boise and play 3 more games against this Steelhead team. Going to have to get the roster out just to keep track of all the players that are not in action today for the Junior Americans for a number of reasons. We'll get into that as the broadcast and stream roll on. Leo Manella's out there on the right wing along with Tyler Hansen and Max Kelly. They're going to start the game. And in the net is Camden Barlow for the Junior Americans. Jace Byers is the goalie for Idaho. Junior Americans take the puck in their own zone. That's John Paul Dudley. He gets it up to Tyler. He got it taken off his stick, but Dudley was there to back him up. But the Idaho Steelheads get it back in deep. Behind the net they go. Up the wall, and they couldn't be handled. Leo's on a break, and Leo's going to pick up the loose puck. Here comes Leo. A shot, a save, and a rebound is scooped up by Jace Byers. Good opportunity there for Leo, and all I got to say is that eventually those breakaways are going to go in. He's had a few, and he's just got to stay with it. Off the bat, an opportunity for the Junior Americans. We're just underway. First period action at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Off the draw, it's at everybody's feet. The Steelhead chip it out. It goes to Brooks Hansen, and he sends it in behind the net where Bryson Stickle chases. Liam Uyghur's also there. To the corner it goes, and the Steelhead with a pretty good forechecking there by Bryson Stickle are having a hard time getting the puck out of their zone. They finally do bank it off the window, and Uyghur's got to hurry. Barlow flips the puck to the window, and it's sent back in, but not quite, as it's a battle at the blue line. There's a couple of Junior Americans teamed up to block that inlet pass, and off the boards it goes, picked up by Brooks Hansen. He kicks it to the wall and follows it, backhands it into the far corner. No score here. We're just underway. Along the near boards it goes. And back around behind the net. Leo picks up the loose puck, but gets it taken off his stick, and John Paul sends it right back to Leo. Leo has it on his backhand and sends it to the side of the net. Idaho flips it up along the wall. Sent back by Brooklyn in a nice play. And the battle continues. Brooklyn gets it back to the corner. Tyler reaching for it, can't get it. Idaho picks it up, and they're going to skate with it, but they're hounded by Hansen. They bring it over the line there, and Hansen was all over him. He has the puck now. Bangs it off the wall, and Leo picks it up. And he's chased there by Newton. Newton gets his stick on it. Leo loses it to Newton, and Leo picks it back up, gets it past that defenseman, and here comes Leo again on another break. He's got Howell to beat. He sends it behind the net. John Paul skates into the near corner and gets his stick on it. John Paul with the shot. It was deflected, pawed there by a couple of players. And Idaho trying to gain control of it. John Paul comes off the ice. And out goes Carter. Carter's playing defense today because the Junior Americans are down a few players, including a couple of defensemen. Newton sends it out, picked up by the Steelhead. That's Howell with it. He does a big circle and looks for more numbers. And they're offside still. So the junior Americans without these guys right there, Jackson Carrick and Kyle Bollinger, not in action today. They'll be back tonight. Bollinger, now he tells me it's Bollinger. We'll still call him Bollinger just for fun. Behind the net it goes. Hansen kicking at it. We got a penalty coming up, and it's going to be on the Tri-Cities junior Americans. It's going to be a hook. And from the looks of it, it's Tyler Hansen that's going to come off the ice. Bollinger, right? And is it Carrick? Is that it? Carrick? So I spent the first quarter of the season, mispronouncing Bollinger and Quested. But they'll forgive me. They can always turn the channel to another stream. That's fine with me. So the junior Americans have to kill a penalty, and Idaho gets the draw, and they mishandle it and have to retreat. Stixie on the forecheck. We got another penalty coming up. They're going to call it on Stickle. Are you kidding me?
What the heck are they calling?
Idaho sends a shot. Oh, and it just got tipped and passed Barlow. So with the goal is Blankenship for the Steelhead. You're still going to call the penalty. So they called Stixie for a slash. And the junior Americans are down a man. And they face it off. So Idaho scores first. It's 1-0, and they get the puck back into the zone. There's a backhand, a save there by Barlow. That was Bo Capel with a nice move there, but Barlow was up to the task. Idaho trying to get it out to the point. That's chipped by Uyghur, and he chips it forward to center ice. Here come the Steelhead. Aaron pass there, but a backhand shot goes wide of the net. Gervin with it along the wall. He's got one of those hyphenated last names. Along the wall to... That was Miller. Here's a shot. It goes wide. Chip to the circle. Gervin, cross ice. He goes off for a change. Back to the center of the point. Hennon with it. He's one of their better players. Hennon flips it over to Smith. Back to Hennon. Hennon looking to feed. Dishes it back to Smith. Henrik Smith behind the net. Sends it out to the point. Almost mishandled. Here's a one-timer by Smith, and he didn't get all of it. Barlow made the save. It's 1-0 with 12:06 to go in the first period. 38 seconds left on the penalty to Bryson Stickle. Tyler Hansen facing off. The draw is battled with Max Kelly. Idaho has it. They can't get past Kelly, though. He's battling in the corner. But they come up with it behind the net. Brooklyn Basil out there with Cooper Narum on defense. Along the wall, that's Smith. Back behind the net. Looking to feed. They do. Bottom of the circle. Shot. Dribbled wide. Leo battling along the wall. Puts that player into the boards. And Brooklyn backs him up and gets the puck up to Tyler Hansen. Hansen gets his stick on it and sends it into the far corner, and that takes off more time. Bryson Stickle's about to hit the ice. His penalty is over. 11:25 to go in the first, and Idaho sends it down, and it's going to be an icing. So who else is out of action? Well, this guy right there, that's William Wilborn. He's still out because of a surgery he had on a broken leg. He gets the cast off on Tuesday, I think it is. And he can't wait. Face off in the Idaho zone. Here's a shot off the draw, and it goes wide of the post by John Paul Dudley. To the near corner they go. They're skating 5-on-5. Behind the net, the Steelhead send it up to the point. Narum sends it right back. Oh no, that's Max. Max was covering for John Paul. New line goes out there. It's Weegar, Stickle, and Questad. Boy, this Questad, we talked about it in the last game. He is so fast. Watching him in practice the other night, we were like, it's like going to the racetrack, watching him catch up and pass some of his teammates on some of their skating drills. Puck goes into the Tri-City zone, and Idaho, pushed there by Carter. They still have it, though. They feed in front. They couldn't get a pass or a shot, I should say. They got a shot, but it wasn't that strong, and Barlow steered it aside. The battle rages on the far wall and into the corner as they're jousting there. That's John Paul Dudley. He's joined by Thomas Howell and Cash Newton. Weegar takes that puck and gets it up to Stixie, and Stixie goes over the center red line. He's dragged down, and where's the penalty? I don't know. Another kid knocked down, and Junior Americans get it at the point, a shot and a save by Byers. And also another defenseman that is out is Evan Ebert. Evan Ebert not with the team, still suffering the effects of some cracked ribs. So the Steel had a shot and a goal. Beautiful play there by Briggs Hennon.
Beautiful goal.
And he is one of the kids that is part of their firepower. And the Junior Americans now down by 2 goals. It's 2-0 with 10:02 to go in the first. Hennon coming into the game, according to NWAL stats, 13 goals and 16 assists. Not too many penalty minutes, too. So he's always on the ice when offense is needed. Face-off goes to the Junior Americans, and they send it in deep. Swatted at by Brooks Hansen, but Idaho comes up with the puck, and here they come again. A 2-on-1. Pass, shot, saved by Barlow. Rebound goes right through the blue paint. Comes out to the point, a shot, tipped aside. Hansen battling, Leo battling. They couldn't control it. Brooks Hansen trying to get it out, and it's kept in, but it goes over to Cooper, and the Junior Americans send it in deep. Stixie's out on the ice with Weegar and Questad.
Oh, John Paul, you can't miss that check.
Idaho still controlling the puck. They get it along the wall to the point. Here's a shot. It was tipped right back to a Steelhead player. They got a pass or a shot, whatever you want to call it, through the blue paint. Now it goes into the near corner where Stickle's got it. He flips it out, but it goes right to the stick of Fisher. Fisher battling with Brooklyn and Stickle. Loose puck picked up by Weegar. Taken away by the Steelhead. Fisher into the corner. John Paul Dudley kicking at it. Weegar picks it up. Weegar sends it up the wall. Questad couldn't get it. Weegar backing him up, but Idaho comes up with the puck. At the circle, they're looking for a pass. They've got it at the point. Here's a shot. Tipped. Barlow reached for it and got tipped just before it got to him. It's behind the net now. Smith couldn't control it. Weegar joining in. Blankenship also there for the Steelhead. He sends it out to the right point. D to D. It's out of the zone, though. They got to retreat. Stixie with the slap there with his stick. Idaho's onside, and Dudley gets the puck and chips it down, and it's no icing. It went right to a Steelhead player. Here comes Edwards. Stops, gains a crowd, taken away by Tyler. And Tyler had to send it to the far corner. Brooklyn's there, joined by Cash Newton. He got it, sends it out to the slot area, swatted at, still loose. To the circle it goes. Hansen couldn't get it. The Steelheads control. taken away by Tyler at the last second. It goes over to Max. He slaps at it and sends it down ice, and Leo's on a forecheck with Chutka. Lucas Chutka with it. He backhands it behind the net. Over to Edwards. Edwards couldn't get it out of the zone. Carter's there with it. Swatted at by Max, and he gets it to the far corner. Hansen puts that player in the boards. The loose puck is sent behind the net and up along the near wall. Carter's in on the play. Leo's going for a change. Stickle's coming out. No. Too many men. They saw it.
He caught us.
And it was a bad change.
He caught us.
Leo was coming off the ice. Stickle was going on, and Leo stayed on the ice for some reason. They saw the player coming down the ice with the puck, and it's just a... Ryan Kelly is talking to the ref and saying nobody touched it. Man, they're going to call everything on Tri-Cities. I'm surprised it's not a 2 and a 10.
Somebody's out there logging a lot of minutes.
So another Tri-Cities penalty. 7 minutes to go in this first period, and they're down 2-0. Idaho controls off the draw. Svatsu sends it over to the top of the slot. Nice move there by Coombs. He brings it to the bottom of the circle behind the net. He sends it out to Svatsu. I'll spell it in a second. That's tipped out of bounds. Colton Svangsu. Lots of consonants. S-V-A-N-G-S-T-U. Svangsu. Face off to the right of Barlow. I'm sorry, the left of Barlow, my right. Send it over to Svangsu. Coombs has it. Back to Svangsu, a shot, and Barlow reached up and grabbed it. Svangsu looking for that far post. They got a couple players, too, that are out of action this weekend. Porter Bickford is not with the team. He's got an injured wrist. And one of their goalies, Gino Guzman, did not make the trip as he is injured. Off the draw, the Steelhead control again. Svangsu sends a shot. It goes over the net. John Paul reached for it, hopped over it. Here's Svangsu again. Cross ice over to Coombs, down low. Back to Svangsu. To the left side, here's a shot. He fed it right in front, and it's another goal. It hit somebody, I think a skate, and it went past Barlow. It's a power play goal for Idaho, and the junior Americans are looking rather listless here. Early in this game, 5:56 to go in the first period, and Tri-Cities has dug a hole for themselves. And the penalty palooza continues. Hansen's going to face off with Max on his left and Leo's on his right. The draw goes to Tri-Cities. Leo couldn't get it to Tyler, and it's sent down ice by Bo Capel for the Steelhead. They bang it off the wall. Brooklyn gets her stick on it, but it hopped over, actually, and Narum has to bail her out, and he's there. Cooper bangs it off the wall, and it comes out of the zone. Tyler trying to get it up to Leo. They don't connect, and here come the Steelhead. That's Hennon with it. He sends a pass. They don't connect. Comes to the wall. To the near corner. Brooklyn's there. Hansen helping out. Gets his stick on it. Sends it up the wall to Leo. And Leo can't get it far. Goes right to the point. Over to the wall it goes. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Saved by Barlow. Hansen picks it up. Sends it behind the net. Max joins. Couldn't get that. They send it right back behind the net. That's Miller with it. Miller. Back to the point. That was too hot. It goes all the way down ice. My goodness. Did they call an icing on that? It was an Idaho player. It was a coaching moment there. An Idaho player that sent the puck all the way down ice. And the two linesmen were a little confused. The face-off's going to be at center ice. And development is available for everybody, and that's okay. Off the draw, Junior Americans send it to the blue line, but Idaho sends it right back to center ice. And now they've got it in the zone. Here's a chance for the Steelhead. A shot, it goes wide. That was Smith with that shot. Loose puck at the blue line. Not quite out. Dudley gets it up to Stickle, and Stixie gets knocked down and pushed into the boards right in front of the Idaho bench, and that's good enough for a penalty. So that's a trip. So the Junior Americans go on their first power play of the game, and they've got an opportunity here to dig into this lead. Idaho 3, Tri-Cities nothing. I kind of feared this, knowing that they hadn't played many games this month. And hopefully by the end of this weekend, Junior Americans will come out to some better starts. Kelly sends the puck up to nobody in particular, and Idaho battles for it out of the zone. The Junior Americans get it into their zone, and the Steelhead send it to John Paul at the blue line. Nice move there by Narum. Narum sends a shot. It goes wide behind the net. That's Tyler. Max has it now. He sends it over to Cooper at the point. Back to Max in the corner. Max at the circle. A shot. It goes far wide. Goes all the way down ice, and Cooper's got to hurry to get that because he's got Gervan with him. He sends it up to Uyghur. Uyghur gets turned around and looks up ice. Up the wall, looking for Dudley. Dudley's been out there almost the entire game so far. 3:30 to go in the first. The Steelhead send it down ice. It's going to go all the way down to Barlow. He flips it, but he doesn't get it past this player. A shot. Oh, it went right through the 5-hole, and I think it hit a post. The Junior Americans with it now. There's 45 seconds left on a rather listless power play for Tri-Cities. Carter sends an outlet pass. It hit a shin guard. It goes all the way down ice. Dudley's there first. John Paul Dudley sends it to Max. Cross ice to Dudley, over to Stixie. Stixie a shot along the ice. Dudley's slapping at it. And Byers sealed the post, covered up, and forces a face-off with 25 seconds left on the Idaho penalty. Three first period goals for Idaho that put Tri-Cities in a hole. 2:52 to go in the first. Face-off, controlled by Tri-Cities. They send it to the corner. Idaho sends it over to the far wall, and Narum's there to get it. He sends it to the far corner. Picked up there by Uyghur. He turns and sends a shot. It goes over the bar. Oh! Pass by Quested. Couldn't reach Narum, and it's picked up by Uyghur. Uyghur's going to skate with it, chips it forward, but it goes to a Steelhead player who regrets that. Had his head down, and Uyghur came in. Here's a shot and a goal. Aiden Swain grabbed that puck, skated down ice, and fired it past Barlow. And it's now 4-0. .2:17 to go in the first. Carter's been moved up to forward. Right now, the Junior Americans are skating with just two defensive lines. Off the draw. Hansen sends it back to John Paul. John Paul cross ice up to Max. He chips it over to Tyler. Tyler a shot, and it's gloved by Byers.
Those are the ones we have to put in.
Face off to the right of the Idaho net goes to the far corner. Tyler's there. He sends it back, but it hit a skate and goes right to a Steelhead player. And they get it in. That's Beeler. He sends it up the far wall to the point, back to Beeler. Does a big tour of Pasco, but loses the puck and has to retreat as Carter's there. Chuka loses it. He's got it back now and sends it. Hansen sends it in deep. Idaho with it. They send it along the near wall. Narum poking at it. And they send it back to the far wall. Steelhead with it still. That's an errant pass. Got tipped and right on goal. Tri-City sends it. It got deflected and hit the HVAC system or the insulation at the roof. The ceiling, I should say. The roof's on the other side. So they'll face it off to the right of the Steelhead goal with 1:07 to go on the first. Uyghur on the draw. Idaho got it to center ice. The Tri-Cities gains control. Uyghur up the wall. Stixie reaching for it. Idaho brings it in, but taken away by Cooper, and he sends it right back to the red line and sent back in by Idaho, and it deflected into the netting, and they'll face it off outside of the Tri-City zone. Center ice, apparently. So they're skating 5-on-5. Uyghur with Stickle on the right, Quested on the left, and off the draw it goes all the way down to Barlow. Hansen with it, gets it to the far corner. Dudley fighting for it, loses it. Here's a shot, it goes over the crossbar to the near corner. McSweeney sends it behind the net. McSweeney with it again. He sends it along the far wall. Quested fights for it. Nothing doing. The Steelhead along the wall. Quested backhands it to the point. Backhanded into the high slot, and that's taken away by Uyghur. Uyghur chips at the center ice with a nice check there. Hansen with the check, and the buzzer sounds mercifully to end the first period, where the Junior Americans found themselves shorthanded a number of times and nothing much really doing offensively. We'll be back with the second period for you. Score after the first is Idaho 4, Tri-Cities nothing. We'll be back in about a minute.
How you liking this game?
I'm not liking it. There's too many penalties.
Me neither.
Everybody looks like they're tired. Congratulations.
Thank you. She sounds like cute. Before you talk about baby.
No, I'm talking about your masters.
Yeah, that was cool too. I didn't put any baby pictures up yet because, privacy.
Privacy of the infant.
The infant, yes. But she sounds like cute.
Aww.
Yeah.
Kelly showed me the picture of your son holding the other guy by his britches.
That's a cute one, yes.
All right, second period about to begin. realize I had all the fancy equipment hooked up to the iPhone. It was just the ambient sound, so hopefully you heard some of it. Maybe you didn't want to hear any of it because it's been a really troubling game so far for the junior Americans. And the Steelhead bring it into the zone. Saved by Barlow. .16:38 to go in the second. Idaho 4. Tri-Cities nothing. Hansen facing off. And the junior Americans get the puck out of the zone, and Tyler one-hands it. He's got a whole Idaho team chasing him. Loose puck. Picked up by Dudley. A backhand goes right through the slot. Hansen sends it back to the near corner. Loose puck picked up by Hansen, the other Hansen, the Brooks Hansen variety. And steered away by the Idaho Steelhead. Carter's in there. Steelhead having a hard time, which is a good sign for the junior Americans. Off the bench is Uyghur. He gets the puck along the near wall. Steelhead player blew a tire, but they get the puck out of the zone. And here comes Gervin with some speed, a shot. And the net's off its moorings. Face off to the right of Barlow once they get everything perfect at that goal line. Off the draw. Idaho with it, a shot, blocked. Uyghur up ice. Goes right to the Steelhead player. Brooklyn reaching for it. Idaho controls the circle. They send a pass in front. Chip behind the net. Kept in by Chutka. Tri-City sends it all the way along to the far wall. Stixie turns, sends it, but it's stopped there at the blue line. Back to the corner it goes. Steelhead behind the net. And they've got guys all over the puck. Still fighting for it to the side of the net. Behind the net, Uyghur sends it to the corner. Stickle gets smushed into the boards. Gets it up to Quested. Nothing doing there. And finally the puck comes out of the zone and right back into the sticks of the Steelhead. Newton got it taken away, but got a shot after he got it back and stopped there by Barlow. Flipped over to the blue line. They send it right back behind the net. First to the puck is Beeler. To the point, a shot. Barlow made the save. It goes to the far corner. Up the wall. And Idaho still with it. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Wide of the post. Far wall. And Stixie got his skates on it and sends it in and looks to the bench for somebody to relieve him as well as the rest of the line. We got a penalty here behind the play. We got an elbow on Beeler. $13:28 to go in the second. Tri-Cities needs a goal here. It's 4-0 Idaho. Tri-Cities on a power play. And the puck comes into the Tri-City zone. Taken away. Oh, Capel stole it, but tripped over the blue line. Dudley with it. They get it up to Leo, who gets it up to Tyler. Tyler gains the zone. Sends it across ice to Max. Here's a shot by Kelly. A save by Byers. It's a hell of a shot by Max. A great pass by Tyler. Leo's got it on his skate. Gets it to his stick. Gets it back. Gets over the blue line. Puck is loose. Dudley fighting for it. Backhand right to the slot area, but got intercepted by a Steelhead player, and they chip it down ice as it rolls to the corner. That's Hansen. He gets there first. Puts the brakes on. And gets it over to Kelly. Kelly to Leo at the center red line. Leo sends it back to Max. 50 seconds left on the power play for the Junior Americans. Max loses it. Idaho gets it out of the zone. Not quite. Well, it looked like it went out, but then I said not quite because it looked like the linesman right in front of us wasn't going to call it, but eventually she did, and it's offside. 42 seconds on the Idaho penalty. Basil and Narum are going to be your defensive pair. Carter's playing on the left side now with Uyghur and Stickle. Carter sends it in, but an Idaho player just takes it and sends it right to Hennon. Hennon gains the zone. Can't get past Cooper, though. But they regain it, a shot blocked there by Narum, and Narum does a great job to regain control and get it out of the zone. Stickle bangs it off the near wall and gets it in deep, picked up by Hennon. Hennon gets it out of the zone, and the race is on. It's going to be picked up by the Steelhead. Here's a shot from the circle, went over the crossbar. This game would be a lot higher score for Idaho if they just got the puck on net a few more times. And they're offside as the penalty expires. So Hansen, Manella, and Kelly are out there as forwards. Idaho wins the draw. And they've got it at the circle, but taken away by Tyler. Loose puck comes out of the zone. And Leo, got his stick on it, just couldn't settle it down. It was rolling on him. The Steelhead get it in deep. Brooks Hansen backhands it up the wall to Kelly. Idaho takes it away. Hansen's there to prevent a shot, and here comes Leo with the puck. Leo, 1-on-2, waits for Hansen, sends a shot, rebound, and Byers made the save and looked like he wasn't going to jump on it, but he did, and forces a face-off. Some good passing there on the part of the Junior Americans. They just need to break the seal here in the second and just keep chipping away, focus on the gap. Here's a shot by John Paul off the draw. He didn't get all of it, and Byers made the save. Puck is at the near corner. Dudley fighting for it. He's been out there about 90% of this game so far. Smith sends it in deep. Leo's going to get to the puck first. Gervan couldn't get that. Leo gets it up the wall, and here comes John Paul Dudley. Dudley got turned around there, got a shot, but it was behind the net. Hansen gets the puck at the near wall and That got deflected into the air, and they send it down ice. Gervan gets there first, sends a shot off the side of the net, and it's picked up by Cooper. He gets it up to Stickle. Stixie gets it up to Brooklyn, but it's taken away by the Steelhead. They make a move at the circle, but steered behind the net by Narum. They still have it. They get it up the wall to the point. Back along the wall at the circle, tied up there, but they recovered. Here is a shot. That's blocked. Chipped behind the net. Picked up by Capel. Capel with it, sends it to the near corner. They mishandle it. It comes all the way up to the point. Sent right back. It's going to be a trip. No, they didn't call that. Clearly like it was a trip by the Junior Americans. And the Tri-Cities sends it all the way down ice, and that's going to be an icing. I don't wish the penalty, but it looked like a trip. And Dudley goes back out again. Face off to the left of the Tri-Cities goal. It's at everybody's feet. Uyghur comes up with it, trying to get it up the wall, and it's chipped to center ice. Stickle blows a tire, picked up by Hennon. He one-hands it into the zone. Here's Hennon behind the net looking to feed. Sends it out to the point. Sent right back along the wall. Picked up there by Dudley. Hansen fighting for it too, but it squirts over to the Steelhead. There's a pass right in the high slot, and they don't connect. Loose puck picked up by the Steelhead. Some mishandling there. And Tri-Cities with the puck at their corner. Dudley bails out and just sends it down ice. Perfect carom to hit. Nope, not quite. It goes in for an icing. I thought it was going to be the perfect angle to go on goal, but nothing doing. 8:22 to go in the second. Face off. Goes to center ice. Kelly on the forecheck. Leo's there too. Leo got a stick on it. Did a flyby, but Idaho recovers it. Brooklyn sends it in. And cross ice. Steelhead trying to get it past Narum. They do get it deep. And Narum is going to battle with Howell. Goes to the far corner. Hansen sends it back to the near wall, and Max Kelly bangs it off the wall. Gets picked up by Chutka. He sends a shot and a save by Barlow. .746 to go in the second. Tri-Cities trails by 4. Hansen on the draw. It's at everybody's feet. Squirted over to the blue paint. Brooklyn picked it up. Sends it along the far wall to Leo. A blind pass goes to Tyler. That's a trip. And it's going to be a penalty. They call it a hook. Same difference. Kind of, sort of. And Robert McSweeney III takes a seat. And Tri-Cities on another power play here. Dudley, Hansen, and Kelly are the forwards. Leo and Narum are on the back line. The draw go to the Steelhead. They send it to the wall. Tyler gets a stick on it. Max has it in the corner. Up the wall to Narum. Tri-City's going to set it up. Cross ice to Leo. Leo flips it all the way along to find Max at the far corner. Dudley's there behind the net. Edwards all over him. Max trying to get it to Narum, and the Steelhead get it past Cooper. Here they come. A beautiful move, a shot, and a goal. Forehand, backhand. And they get it past Barlow. A shorthanded goal. That's their 5th of the day. It's now 5-0. .706 to go in this second period. Uyghur, Stickle, and Greenalch out there on the forward line. There's still 1:25 to go on the Idaho penalty. Brooklyn sends it up ice, goes right to a Steelhead player. That's Coombs. Uyghur slapping at it. Comes over to Dudley. I think Dudley's going to play the rest of the game. Greenalch behind John Paul. Goes off right to a Steelhead player. That's Smith. Try to send it right past that post. And it goes just wide. Otherwise, that was going to be in. Uyghur bangs it off the wall to Stickle, but that's intercepted. And it's picked up by the Steelhead. They send it down ice. And Barlow leaves it for Basil. Brooklyn loses it. Steelhead get it back. A pass through the slot. They don't connect. And it goes over to Narum. Narum up the wall to Stickle. Stixie couldn't get it. Steelhead sent it back to the corner. Swangsu behind the net. That's Newton. To the corner. Brooklyn and Stickle there battling. Uyghur's standing by. Steelhead come up with it. And they decided to just bring it to center ice and kill the rest of their penalty, which expires right now. Off the wall. Steelhead sent it to center ice. And they regain it. Hansen reaching for it. Steelhead all over it. They get it in deep to the corner. Narum backhands it. It's going to go right to a Steelhead player. That's Hennon off the bench. Comes out to the point, but it hopped over Blankenship's stick. And we got too many men on Idaho. So another opportunity for Tri-Cities. Brenda Brandt watching. Brenda, I guess you're a retired hockey mom, right? Or you're a hockey mom forever. I saw your son today, Aiden. What a wonderful kid. One of my favorites. And, boy, I miss watching him play. Here's Leo. Cross ice to Max. Over to Dudley. That got intercepted, but Dudley recovered it. Here's Hansen in the corner. Behind the net it goes. Uyghur's out there with Kelly. Kelly swats at it. Idaho gets control, and they send it all the way down ice, and Dudley's got to hustle back. John Paul gets it up to Uyghur, but it hit his stick and bounced over. Idaho sends it. There's a shot saved by Barlow. Idaho with it still. Top of the circle, a shot. It goes right down low. Here's a shot, a save, rebound. Swatted at by Dudley, and he gets it out of the zone, and it rolls into the Steelhead zone. And I swear to God, one of the Steelhead players touched it, but they called it didn't happen. So they call Tri-Cities for icing. .102 left on their penalty. 5-0, Idaho leads. Stixie facing off. Idaho with it. And they get it over the center red line. They backhanded in deep. Tri-Cities having a hard time playing against these guys 5-on-4. Here they are at the side of the net. A shot. Barlow sealed it. Made the save and covered up. These boys and girls are going to need a nap this afternoon because they got another game tonight against this same team. Bollinger and Jackson Carrick will be back tonight. We're also missing Ty Matz. He's on a family vacation, and that was clearly offside, but they didn't call it. Narum, cross ice. Tri-Cities gets it in deep. 3:23 to go in the second. There'll be a scrape of the ice after this period, and the Steelhead sent it down. It's not going to be icing, of course, because they're still on a penalty kill. Hansen gets it up to Max. Max, that hit a referee skate. Leo's got it. Looking to send it, trying to get it to Tyler. Idaho, Swain fighting for it. Leo ends up with it, trying to get it past the defenseman. Nice move by the D to get it, but Tyler's there to back him up, and he sends it in deep. Penalty's over, 2:45 to go in the second. Backhanded to an open man. Here's Howell. Shot and a goal. Idaho 6, Tri-Cities nothing. .234 to go in the second. It's 6-0. Idaho off the draw. They send it in deep. Goes all the way along. To the point. Into the slot. Got a stick on it. It goes to the near corner. Carter picks it up. And Idaho steals it and sends it back to the point along the wall. They send it back. They're just controlling the puck. 5-on-5. Carter swats at it, gets it out of the zone. Stixie reached for it, couldn't get it. Carter still fighting for it. And Hansen backed him up, but Idaho's always right there. John Paul reaching. Beeler with it. Sends it into the slot. Chip there by Brooks Hansen. The loose puck picked up by Stickle. Stixie 1-on-4. Nothing doing. Loose puck there by Uyghur. He tripped. They don't call that. Goes behind the net with 1:25 to go. Carter gets his stick on it to the near wall. Gloves it. Gets hit by two players. Uyghur comes up with it. He's checked there. Narum sends it in. That looked like it was offside, and there is an arm up, but Idaho gets the puck out of the zone. They carry it into the Tri-City zone, sticked away there by Cooper, and it comes up the wall to Leo. Leo makes a move, sends it over to Tyler. That got intercepted. Tyler pushes that player in the boards. No call. Not that there should be, but you never know. Hansen lost his stick, so he's kicking it. Narum's there, so is Leo. And Idaho comes up with it. That's Hennon. Briggs Hennon. From the dot, a shot and a beautifully placed goal for the Steelhead forward. Well, we've seen the junior Americans play better than this, that's for sure. And let's hope that they find their game sometime this Saturday. 30 seconds left in the second. Hansen digging for it, so is Dudley. Steelhead have it. Stickle gets his stick on it, but the Steelhead get it to the corner. To the near corner. The big scrum over there with Uyghur and Dudley. Bops up to Stickle, he just got run over as he was carrying the puck. Slapped that into the zone as time expires here in the second. And Stixie's certainly frustrated. And maybe there won't be a scrape here. Usually there is in these end-wall games. But it doesn't appear that anybody's operating the Zamboni door. Bollinger just told me there's no scrape. So, just as well, at the end of 2, it is Idaho 7. Tri-Cities nothing. We'll be back with the third in a minute. Third period underway, and off the draw, Dudley brings the puck into the zone. He gets upended, gets right back up, swats at it. Hansen gets the stick on the puck. Hopped over Leo's stick, and the Steelhead take it up the near wall. Stopped there by Brooks Hansen. He got it back to the Idaho defense. Off the wall, Dudley couldn't get it in deeper, and here comes Idaho. Taken away by Hansen. Up the wall. Picked up there by Brooks Hansen. Back to Leo. Leo is going to skate with it. He just chips it in deep. And they all go for a change. Steelhead pick it up. Up the wall. Stixie's on the ice. He gets a stick on it, but not enough, and it comes out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn taken away by Bo Capel. Capel. Uyghur puts him into the boards. Uyghur gets a stick on it and gets it over to Max. Leaves it for Narum, gets it up to Stixie. Stickle taken away there by the Steelhead and sent down ice by Tri-Cities, and that's good enough for an icing. So the junior Americans are missing 5 players today, and it's showing. Loose puck picked up by the Steelhead. That's Fisher. He gets it out to Svantsu. That shot goes wide. Behind the net, Steelhead still control. They've had the puck at least 80% of the game so far. And the scoreboard reflects that, 7-0. Carter up to Stickle. Stixie gets it up to Greenulch. Carter Gets pushed into the wall, but still got the stick on it and sent it behind the net. Brooks Hansen gets it, tries to get it to Tyler. And to Stickle. Oh, Stickle swatted at it, couldn't get a backhand there, and it's right back the other way for Idaho. They can't get past John Paul, and Carter makes a nice turn to get control of it. Cross ice looking for Leo. That got intercepted, and it's picked up by Gervan. Gervan, a shot and a goal. My goodness, that was a great shot. Sebastian Buchhalter Gervan. And it's 8-0 here in the third. Max, Tyler, and Leo out there with Cooper and Brooklyn, and the faceoff goes to Cooper. He gets it in deep. Edwards for the Steelhead. Can't get it past Leo. Pops out to McSweeney. He gets it to the near wall. And on the far side, the Steelhead get it into the Tri-City zone. Cooper gets a stick on it, flips it. Brooklyn over to Cooper. Over to Tyler, out of his reach, and it goes down ice for another icing. 10:06 to go in the game. Yeah, no scrape. I think that's the first time this year they haven't had that. And you never know when they're going to be. Middle of the second, end of the second. Face off to the left of Tri-City's goal. Puck goes out to the point and sent right back in deep. Narum gets there first, flips it along the wall, and it comes out to Miller. He got a shot, and it's blocked there by Stickle, and Stickle with a hand pass. No, we got a penalty coming up. We got a slash call. Daniel Beeler called for a slash. And the face-off is going to be down in the Idaho zone. Face-off, controlled by the Steelhead. Nice play there by Cooper to try to keep it in. But it comes out to Max. He sends it up ice to Tyler out of his reach. Tyler battles there. Behind the net. Dudley working it. Blankenship on Dudley, and Blankenship's going to come up with the puck. But Tyler's there to stop that from going up the wall, and Leo's there to help out too. Puck squirts out. A nice play there by Narum to get control, and he sends it right back in. Miller with it. He flips it all the way down ice, and Barlow gets his stick on it, leaves it for the Junior Americans' leading scorer. That's Tyler Hansen. He gets it up to Liam Uyghur. Uyghur gains the zone, brings it to the near corner, gets stopped there, but got the puck to the far corner where Dudley was there. Uyghur joins Dudley in the far corner, and Dudley comes up with it. Flips it over to Stixie, but not quite on his stick, and then Stickle's pass got intercepted. And here's Vatsu. He got pounded into the boards by Kelly and gets right back up. Here's Stickle up to Uyghur, but it was between his feet. And look at this. We got a 2-on-0 for Idaho. They didn't get a shot. The puck goes to the near corner. And loose puck picked up by Hansen. Cross ice over to Stickle, courtesy of Uyghur. Stixie between the legs of the Steelhead player. And the puck goes to the wall. Stickle got elbowed into the wall. There's 10 seconds left on the Steelhead penalty. To the point, Hansen trying to get it back to Narum. Behind the net it goes, where Stickle is. Carter's out there as well. It goes to the near corner, and the Idaho penalty's over, and they send a long stretch pass. Here's a shot. It goes over the crossbar. Narum fighting for it, gets it, but it gets to the point. Idaho down low to the blue paint area. The puck goes, and Barlow covers up. I'm sorry, that's Foss now. Not sure when they lifted the goalies. So my bad, they switched goalies at the beginning of the third. Dudley up the near wall looking for Leo. Leo got it off the bounce and still battling to keep it in the zone, and the Steelhead send it out. Dudley got his stick on it, but it's taken away by Gervan. Cross ice. Here's a shot by Thomas Howell, and it goes past Foss. .55 to go in the game. From my count, this will be the 7th loss of the season, so the Junior Americans record will be 7-7-1 after this game. Another game tonight, 7 Pacific time. And you never know how these things can go. Steelhead with a shot. But they are really doing well, getting their players free, and the odd man rushes are doing a lot of damage. Leo lost that on an outlet pass, and it's one of those days. Fisher with it behind the net. To the point. Down low to the corner. And they send it out on a blind pass, and it comes out of the zone, and Leo's going to be on a forecheck. And Idaho sends it right back to the Tri-Cities blue line. Tyler intercepts that, gets smushed into the boards, and Carter joins in. Taken away there, though, by Gervan. He carries it into the corner. Dudley trying to get it out. Brooklyn with it. Up the wall to Carter. He gets it up to Hansen, who flips it to the center red line, looking for Leo, but Idaho player got his glove on it. Good idea. Dudley up to Carter. He couldn't catch it. Tipped off his stick and right back behind the net. Carter with it. Sends it to the near corner. Dudley off the glass. That stopped at the blue line, but not quite. It comes out of the zone and right back in, and it's offside. Yeah, you never quite know what can happen after a drubbing like this. It's 9-0. Tim Carlson tells me the game's at 7:30 Pacific. Thank you, Tim. .30 Pacific, 9:30 Central for all our Central Time Zone viewers. Here's Uyghur over the blue line. 1-on-3, loose puck. Kelly, a shot off the post. And we got a penalty. Got a high stick coming up on Idaho. Bo Capel called for a high stick. Well, certainly one good headline here for the Junior Americans is that the penalties have been reduced here in the second half of the game. Uyghur on the draw. Steelhead get the puck over to their goal, and Jace Byers covers up. Off the draw, Max has it. Cross ice to Leo. Leo sent a shot. It got deflected to the far wall. Hansen with it behind the net. Kelly over to Dudley. Back to Kelly. Sends it to Dudley. Over to Leo. Oh, got sticked away. Didn't get all of it. But Dudley comes up with it again, and Max is going to maneuver. Here's a shot by Hansen, and Byers made the save. Dudley was trying to pass it. It deflected off a stick of the Steelheads and ended up over at Tyler Hansen's spot. And he got it and got a shot on goal. 1:25 left on this power play. Uyghur with Leo and Dudley on his left. Hansen gets the puck off the draw and gets it over to Kelly. He backhands it up the wall. Uyghur at the blue line gets it to the corner. Hansen puts the brakes on, sends it out to Dudley. Dudley, a worm burn him. Byers made the save. The rebound off the side of the net. Tyler couldn't get a shot. Tyler's got it now over to Kelly. Kelly, a shot off the side of the net again. Behind it goes. Leo has it, sends it back to the near corner. Swain gets it up ice. Here's Hennon. He passes it. Shot off a stick. Slapped at. Dudley made that stop. He gets it up to Kelly. Kelly with the puck rolling. Stopped, tried to gain control of it, but it goes to the far corner. Kelly, good hand-eye there, gets the puck over to Hansen. Over to Max, back to Hansen. Hansen makes a move. Tyler, a shot and a save by Byers. A little more in the game. And the Junior Americans can't wait for this one to end. Shot off the draw, saved by Byers. Face off at everybody's feet. Behind the net it goes. And the Steelhead come up with it. They get it out to center ice. Brooklyn gets it over to Uyghur. Uyghur chips it in deep. Stixie going behind the net. Idaho gets it, flips it forward. Stopped there by Narum, and Brooklyn gets it over to Uyghur, who's trying to feed Stickle. Nothing doing there. It goes to the far wall, and Narum gets his stick on it. Idaho sends it right back to Cooper. Cooper trying to control it. It walked the blue line all by itself. And Cooper was able to send it back in, but somehow they said it went over by about an inch. .2:16 to go. Tyler, Max, and Leo facing off. Tyler wins the draw to Dudley, and Dudley almost lost it. It gains it back. Trying to get it to Leo. It's at everybody's skates. Puck comes out of the zone. Back in. Hansen to Dudley. Over to Max. Max chips it over to Leo. Leo up the wall to Tyler. It got stopped, and Idaho sends it right back, and it hit that turnbuckle there at the Junior Americans bench. And that's out of bounds. 1:49 to go. Face-off controlled by the Junior Americans. Taken away there with the stick by the Steelhead, and they gain control at center ice. In front, it goes to nobody, comes out to the point. Svatsu sends it to the near corner. McSweeney fighting for it, but taken away by Leo. Idaho regains it. In front, here's a shot, and Foss made the save. Might have said Barlow a little bit ago, but it's Foss. Nobody's having fun this morning except the people with the black sweaters. But in 121, this game will be over, and these boys and girl will put it behind them. They'll face it off to the left of Foss. Idaho wins the draw. Here's a shot, and it goes to the corner. It's a good no call there on the part of the officials. Dudley was working hard, and the player just fell over his stick. Good forward checking here with less than a minute to go by Stixie. Stixie never quits. Here's a shot off the side of the net, and it's in. And is that Brooks Hansen? No, that's Carter. Carter took a shot at a low angle shot, hit his stick. He points to his stick. It's legit. It went off of Carter's stick. So Carter breaks the seal with 49 seconds to go in this game, and there's something to grow on. Way to go, Carter. It's not easy going from defense to forward, and then in this game, back and forth a couple times, as the junior Americans are missing 3 defensemen. Behind the net. Now I got a penalty coming up on the junior Americans, and if they hurry, they got a 3-on-1 coming. Here's a pass in front, but they don't connect. Uyghur's going to touch up, and with 14 seconds left to go, there will be an Idaho power play as Uyghur goes into the box. A cross-check is the verdict. Tyson Basil on the wheels of steel, DJing here at the game. Tyson's available for parties and graduations and first communions, retirement gigs, Christmas parties. When he dresses as Santa Claus, it's really great. This game is over. And we might not even post this one. Final score, Idaho 9 and Tri-Cities 1. Later tonight, Bollinger and Carrick will join their team and see if they can come up with another outcome at 7:30 tonight. Thanks for watching. I want to thank the people of the City of Pasco Patrolmen's Association. The men and women of the City of Pasco are a sponsor of this team. And everybody, all the families, the players, coaches, appreciate their support. They do lots of great things for the people of the Tri-Cities. And they do a hell of a job keeping people safe. And everybody appreciates what they do. So thank you, Pasco Patrolmen's Association. And thank you for watching. Thanks for supporting this team. And we'll be back tonight, 7:30 Pacific. And let's hope for a better outcome. We'll see you in a few hours. Have a wonderful afternoon.